Greetings YouTube. Today let's talk about Lucifer. Is there any difference between Lucifer and Satan? Westerners generally would say they are one and the same. Especially those in fundamentalist Christian circles consider Lucifer an archangel who fell from grace and was thrown out of heaven because of sinful pride. His sin was thinking he was equal to God and rebelling against him. This rebellious angel is known as Satan, Lucifer, or the devil, who tempts us to do evil. Supposedly, one of the most evil things Lucifer tempts us to do is to think that we are God. So those who believe in the essential divinity of all life are often accused of committing Satan's sin and of being under the influence of Lucifer. Where do these ideas about Satan and Lucifer come from? Is there a biblical basis for them? Lucifer means light bringer, from the Latin lux, light, and fair, to bear or bring. The word Lucifer is found in only one place in the Bible, Isaiah 14:12, but only in the King James and related versions. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? The New Revised Standard Version translates the same passage as how you are fallen from heaven, O day star, son of dawn. In other translations we find, O shining star of the dawn, Moffat, or O morning star, son of the dawn, Hebrew Bible. The King James Version is based on the Vulgate, the Latin translation of Jerome. Jerome translated the Hebrew Hallel, bright or brilliant one, as Lucifer, which was a reasonable Latin equivalent. And yet it is this Lucifer, the bright one or light bearer, that came to be understood by so many as the name for Satan, Lord of Darkness. In Isaiah 14 the prophet is taunting the king of Babylon. In the figurative language of the Hebrews, a star signifies an illustrious king or prince. The monarch here referred to, having surpassed all other kings in royal splendor, is compared to the harbinger of day, whose brilliancy surpasses that of the surrounding stars. Encyclopedia of Biblical Literature, John Kiddo edition, 3rd edition, J.B. Lippincott & Co., Philadelphia, 1866, 2:857-8. There are those who claim that the real entity addressed in this passage is Satan, but there is no evidence for this. On the contrary, Isaiah 14:16 says, "Is this the man who made the earth tremble?" And 14:18, "All the kings of the nations lie in glory, each in his own tomb, but you are cast out." These seem clear references to a man, the king of a nation, not an archangel. There is yet another reason why it makes no sense to read the devil into Isaiah 14, the traditional role of Satan in the Old Testament. Satan comes from the Hebrew Satan, which means opponent or adversary. According to Strong's Concordance, this word appears in 1 Chronicles, Job, Psalms, and in Zechariah. In Psalms Satan was used both in the plural, accusers, and in the indefinite sense, an accuser. In Chronicles and Zechariah its usage is ambiguous, while in Job Satan as the accuser appears only in the first 2 of its 42 chapters. It is important, however, to keep in mind that the texts of the Old Testament did not reach their final version until after the Babylonian exile. Before this exile there is no evidence in Hebrew scriptures of an accuser as a force that opposes God, and even after the exile it is still doubtful. Though the story of Job is very old, its final version is dated after the exile, after the Hebrews came into contact with the dualist Zoroastrian religion with its god of good and its god of evil. There is even division among Old Testament scholars as to whether evil should be associated with Satan at all. Some say that Satan was originally not considered evil, but gradually became identified with his unpleasant functions. According to this approach, Satan is still God's servant. There is much in the book of Job that tends to support this view. Satan appears only in the first 2 chapters and then disappears. Some believe the first 2 chapters were added much later, for in the last chapter we read, "They showed him sympathy, and comforted him for all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him." 42:11. It appears that the Hebrews did not have a devil-like power opposed to God. Satan, or the Satan as he is often called, is an angel in the court of God with the function of an accuser. See Job 1:6. There are also indications that along with all that is good, all that is evil comes from God, not Satan. In Isaiah 45:7 God says, "I form light and create darkness, I make weal and create woe, I the Lord do all these things." Valentine's Jewish Encyclopedia confirms the idea that there is a radical difference between how Satan is conceived in the Old Testament and how he is conceived in the New Testament, and that his new role did not develop from his original role. There are no references to rebellious angels in any pre-Christian book. The figure of Satan in the Hebrew Bible and in the New Testament respectively emphasizes the difference in conception. There is no development, but basic difference. It is only in Christian literature that the Persian idea of 2 opposing empires, with Satan as God's enemy, has persisted. Valentine's Jewish Encyclopedia, A.M. Hyamson and A.M. Silberman editors, Shapiro, Valentine & Co., London, 1938, page 36. There is actually very little in the Old Testament to support the idea of Satan as a rebellious angel and the power opposing God. He is generally depicted as a heavenly attorney general, accuser, functioning under God, and this only strengthens the argument for not reading Satan into the passage about Lucifer in Isaiah 14:12. Isaiah is one of the older books in the Bible, and is definitely pre-exile. If there is no sound biblical basis for associating Lucifer with Satan, where then does the story come from, that he is a rebellious angel, and fell because of pride? The Christian Church made the interpretation that Isaiah 14:12 is connected with Luke 10:18. He said to them, I watched Satan fall from heaven like a flash of lightning. This unfounded, non-biblical connection of Lucifer with Satan has led to the popular misunderstanding that Lucifer is another name for the devil, cf. Lucifer, Harper's Bible Dictionary, Paul H. Tamier, General Edition, Harper and Row, San Francisco, 1985, as Lucifer is the morning star, Daystar, or Venus. The absurdity of connecting him with the devil is revealed in the 3 New Testament passages, where morning star or Daystar is mentioned, so we have the prophetic message more fully confirmed. You will do well to be attentive to this as to a lamp shining in a dark place, until the day dawns and the morning star rises in your hearts. 2 Peter 1:19, from my Father. To the one who conquers I will also give the morning star. Revelation 2:28. It is I, Jesus, who sent my angel to you with this testimony for the churches.